Hey there, boys and girls of YouTube world. Today, the Duff Dog and I are gonna show you what we got Mojo and Chin doing. Well, we go have fun out in the Portland, Oregon area for the swap meet and hang out with 406 Garage. These guys refuse to leave their homes, so they gotta stick around here and work, unfortunately. So this is my 1971 Ford F100. It used to be a 390 two-wheel drive Ranger XLT with an automatic, and now it is a four-wheel drive with a 400. Don't call it a 400M. The Ford guys will get mad. It's got a 400 modified in it. It's got a C6 automatic. But anyway, the old 400's been leaking some oil lately, so Mojo likes tearing engines apart and resealing them. So he's gonna tear the engine out of this thing and put a timing chain in it and an oil pump and a few other odds and ends. It's a Jasper rebuilt engine. It's 60 over. It runs great. So it doesn't really need much, but it leaks oil, and I hate oil leaks. So this thing's sitting on a 79 Ford 4x4 F-150 chassis. I shortened it up and mounted all this stuff on there years ago. It's a pretty good pickup, but yeah, it's been leaking forever. The diff leaked, we fixed that. Front diff leaked, fixed that. Tranny's been fixed twice. Transfer case been fixed once. So we should be about out of leaks here. And then speaking of leaks, whole Bernie and the reservoir for the rear brakes were empty. So Mojo checked into that, and guess what he found? Wheel cylinder. So we're gonna put axle seals in it. We're gonna put a wheel cylinder in it. We're gonna do the other side. There's a little bit of rust on the toolbox here, so we're gonna patch that up while we're in there. And then we're gonna wait for parts, right, Duff? If you guys don't know Bernie, this is a 73 or 74, I can't remember, F350 tow truck. It's got a Holmes 480 boom on it. It's freaking awesome. It's got a 390 V8 4 barrel with a 4-speed manual. And what are you gonna do? You're just gonna supervise the whole time, right? So here's what the inside of that wheel cylinder will look like. Yeah, it was all pitted up, so no rebuild on that bad boy. We're just gonna put some new ones in there. I'm sure they're the originals. Looks like they got Bendix part numbers. They're 1.16" diameter. Parts are on order from Rock Auto. Now we wait. Here is the 400. Here's the Jasper engine's void if removed. You can tell it's never been overheated on the frost plug. And looks like it was done, I would say, post 2000, because it's got a website on there. That's the rebuild number, but anyway, it doesn't burn any oil, it just leaks it. Mojo says that timing chain ain't good enough, so I got one of those on order. And yes, I did get one for a Cleveland engine, because I guess these are 4 degrees retarded from the factory, so we got a straight up set, and we're gonna put that on there once that shows up. That and the Melling high volume oil pump are coming from Summit, so they should be here a lot sooner than the Rock Auto. Now you're gonna tell me we need engine mounts?
They don't really look the best of shape.
Ah, they'll run.
Will they run?
We'll run them. We'll run them, they'll be fine. The heads are all touched up. Well, they didn't really need much, just tapped some holes. They got great big valves in them though. Spark plugs look good, wires, all that stuff's new, so we're just gonna keep running that. I don't think it's got many miles on the old Jasper rebuild, so should be good to go. Mojo's got a mess of parts to clean up over here. I did take the manifolds in, get those things planed up because there was a slight exhaust leak, but I think that was coming from that donut right there, so hopefully we fix that. Here's the old oil pump, valve covers, waiting to be cleaned up, valley pan, intake. It's just a 2-barrel, but it works good, so we're leaving it. What about DB? What do we leave him to do? Take out the trash, sweep the floor, wash some cars, huh? Okay. And Chin's gonna edit, aka play on his phone and pack orders.
Real good time.
Stick to what you're good at.
Good morning, people of the YouTubes. This week when Mortske going on his way out to Oregon, Marshall and I will be pulling the engine out of the orange Ford and resealing it. The rear main seal has been leaking pretty bad, Mortske told us. He also mentioned that maybe the input shaft seal of the transmission probably could be looked at again, even though we did it, I don't know, a couple years ago. But while we're in there, we might as well check it out. Marshall and I already got the hood off. We started pulling a couple things that were easy to get off the top, like the air cleaner. Started draining the fluids while I was changing oils on some other things, and the oil is also drained. Started pulling the starter. Marshall had to go do some other things he had planned doing today. It's a great day in March. As you can tell by all the water on the floor, it's snowing again. We're projected to get somewhere between 6 and 12 inches of snow in the next couple days. We'll see if that actually happens, but kind of take you along for the ride when Chin and Mojo are on the loose at the shop, free of the Mortske. Duff's gonna keep us in line though, aren't you? Looks like you made some headway. A little bit of scoring on the crank there, huh? Ooh. Bearing seems like it's pretty wasted. Still got some ridge up in there, I don't know.
Yeah, measure there.
1.12. 1.12. Well, Marshall's getting a lot farther than I am on my projects. We got the engine out of the 71. He's got the heads off, oil pan off, cleaning up some gasket surfaces. He's cleaning up the gasket surfaces. Head surfaces are nice and clean. Oil pan, the pan surface itself has got to get cleaned up yet, but pan looks pretty good, along with the rest of the engine just hanging out here. This morning I've been digging with Bob's Tahoe. Got all the brake pads changed out on the front end and the rear driver. He also wants an oil change done, so I got a new filter spun on there and oil drained. But then ended up having to turn this rotor on the inside. Was really bad because Bob let it go pretty far. That's where the noise is coming from. The hard part we're having now is the slides that the caliper rides on, like this one moves. Did move. Looks nice and free. This top one don't move at all. So I've been trying to get that freed up. All right, now it's not froze solid. It actually moves, goes in and out. It's got a little bit of a hiccup, but it's not solid. This one's kind of sloppy, but it's pretty good now. Video on my phone here, getting a little touch base on what we're doing today. Marshall's gonna do a rear wheel cylinder on Bernie. I actually got it fan-dangled on both of these lifts, or this lift at least. Mortske said brakes were leaking down, so we looked into it and he's kind of pinpointed it to this rear driver's side wheel cylinder. So he's gonna pop the wheel off and try to rebuild that. That was kind of neat. We've had a lot of Ford pickups in general actually on the two lifts lately. Got the orange 71 coming apart over on that side. Marshall's going through the engine, gonna reseal it, gonna do a new timing set, new oil pump, and Bernie's over here. And I had the 78 over here last week with both of them on the lift. I thought that was kind of neat. So Marshall's got the 71s for $100 all taken apart. There is a seal kit laying over there, but we are waiting on a timing set and the oil pump. So I don't think he's gonna go through and do his head magic on this, but they're out. He might clean them up a little bit. That's what we're working on when Mortske's away. How much has that project snowballed? Going from a wheel cylinder to what? Now we're getting in deep. There was a big hole in this toolbox that I noticed that we probably should have fixed. And so now we are. Marshall got this plate all made up. We bent it up on the brake and we're gonna fill that hole so keep some of the debris out of there. How's that been going? How much do you like body work?
Something to do.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I gotta do some more practicing.
You're doing good. You did fine.
Doing good so far, huh?
Here's all the wheel cylinder stuff. Marshall said it was all full of this nasty rust, garbage, and the cake that's normally in there. And these are all the pistons are all pitted up from it just being caked and rusty for so long. You also can see that big groove that's in the wheel cylinder that can't really buff out of there. So we're gonna order wheel cylinders for both sides, get them done, and then while we're in there, we're gonna put new shoes on Bernie because they're not terrible, but it's a big truck. We use it quite a bit, so we might as well have good brakes on it. Marshall showed me this cool snap-on tool that gets for those springs.
The spring tape?
Yeah.
Oh, look here. See here? Stick it in there. Yes. Push it down. Then you just
Releases
see?
the springs
Unhook.
just like that.
See?
Just like that.
Just like that. See?
So yeah, I learned There's a tool for those. I've never seen those before. Probably more than I can afford, though. How long have you had that for?
Many years.
Yeah.
Probably more years than you're old.
That's probably very sure. I mean, I'm a couple years old, but I'm
Are you?
a couple less than you. This one's all cleaned up. That's what it was. Where'd you get those cleaned at? Or did you just scrape them?
AWDs.
Oh, AW did those. That'll be nice. Help cut down on exhaust leaks.
That's what we're hoping.
All right, update on the toolbox on Bernie. We use this 415 rubberized undercoating on the inside and the bottom of the toolbox. I think it turned out pretty good. Otherwise, I think it turned out pretty good. Covered up all the seams that I made and the sins of the welds that I made. Bottom side, oh, looks like I need a little more touch up down there, but it's tough to see when it's all black and wet. Inside looks pretty good. Couple dry spots, but got the corners. I'm trying to get the top of the toolbox and this front edge because it's pretty crusty. But I think that's just from the water seeping in between the seams of the bottom of the bed and this welded edge. So here we go. Now we're waiting on wheel cylinders and stuff for this yet. So here it's okay.
Yeah.
So it turned out pretty good. A little dry, but it ran out. So now it's nice. I'll leave this dry for a bit. Pull the tape so it doesn't stick too bad. Move on to the next thing. All right, I think that's what we're gonna call it this week. It's kind of already overlapped into the next week after Mortske returned from Oregon, but got this job kind of knocked out, or at least the small part. The toolbox is fixed. We're waiting on parts for this thing, so here it kind of sits on the lift, takes up a spot, but got the toolbox done. I think it turned out pretty good. Top is all touched up a little bit better than what it was, and makes it a little more usable now. It doesn't have a giant hole in it. Kind of keep you posted on the 400 for the orange Ford when the parts come in for that. Try to clip it in. Here's what Marshall's got done so far. Put the heads back on. Valve cover's on slightly. I think we're gonna paint it up because we got it out. Make it nice. Put it back in. It would be silly if we didn't. So I think that's where we're gonna wrap it up. Let me know how you feel about these types of videos with me talking, period, and working at the same time, showing what Marshall's got going on, kind of behind the scenes stuff. I really appreciate you guys watching, buying the merchandise, giving me something to do in that back corner room. Got some new stuff. Check out the new Hawaiian shirts. Check out the hats. Check out the shirts, the flannels, the decals, the screwdrivers, the pry bars. We got super scrapers still in stock. Get on them while we got them, or else they'll disappear. Let us know down in the comments if you guys like this type of videos, kind of behind the scenes. See you next time.